Hello and welcome to the greatest guide video on the best spec in Season 3 of Dragonflight. This guide video will be covering all the talent builds, the gear, the consumables, the enchants, the pet you want to use, and a basic look at the rotation. There's even timestamps, so jump around the video to the points you care about. First thing I think we should look at is this new tier set. I know there's probably people who are new to the spec who are sat wondering what the heck a Mongoose Bite is. Why are we starting at the tier set? This is a guide video, teach me stuff. I don't know how to make a guide video suit to all people, new and old to the spec, so kind of skipping past those basics. If you're level 1, you're starting out, and you're wondering how to play the spec, check out 𝗓𝐻𝐻. Since this is a 10.2 guide, it's going to be mainly focused around if you have this new shiny tier set. It turns our AoE channeled ability, Fury the Eagle, into a pretty big DPS cooldown. Now when you press Fury the Eagle, it's going to give you a crit chance and crit damage buff. It's going to throw out a free bomb, make our next bomb cast not go on cooldown, and make bombs hit extra hard against that main target. Looking at the talents, I'm going to start with single target. Also, just a reminder, I'm going to be focusing on if you have the new tier set. There's 3 main builds we can use in single target. 2 of the builds do identical damage and technically are the highest simming ones. One of them is this one. We're using Coordinated Assault and Bombardier, and it's all about throwing as many bombs as possible. Bombs do a lot of damage. More bombs that you can throw, the more damage you can do. That's essentially the build. But we've also got this build which does the exact same, and I mean the exact same damage, and it uses a completely different big cooldown with Spearhead, but has a similar goal. Bombs are really big this season, Mongoose Bite not so much, and even though Spearhead revolves all around Mongoose Bite, the main use we use it for is it has a line of text where it gives us more kill command resets. We use it for that. We literally just use it to get more Fury of the Eagles by kill command resetting. Both of these cooldowns, even though they are technically our big cooldowns, you don't really actually play into them all that much, so even though it's 2 different builds, they play very similar. But if you really don't like any of the major cooldowns, I mean Coordinated Assault is notoriously janky, it requires macros, not super new player friendly. I get it, don't run any of them. Turns out our cooldowns are underpowered, you lose about, not even 1%, you lose less than 1% DPS by just not running any of them at all. So if you're brand new to the spec, run something like this. Or if you just don't like the cooldowns, run this. If you are new to the spec, yeah, highly recommend that you try this one first. Get used to it, you can add cooldowns later on. Also, those with a keen eyesight and a hatred for DPS traps might have noticed all 3 builds are running Steel Trap. If you don't like traps, or if you just don't want that extra button to press, swap it with a second point in Arctic Bowler. Moving on to the AoE talents, here's your go-to build for Mythic Plus in any cleave or AoE boss fight. It's using Coordinated Assault alongside Birds of Prey. One thing to note, if you don't optimize terms of engagement, which requires you to keep running out of melee and harpooning back in, if you don't want to do that, then swap it out for flanking advantage. Very close again in DPS. All our talents very, very close. And obviously people don't want to keep running out and harpooning back in. Not everybody wants to track that. That's fair enough. Get this instead. And again, if you don't like running cooldowns like Coordinated Assault, which requires macros and for you to play it correctly for it to actually do good, then run this build instead. Once again, it's behind the cooldown build by roughly 1%, maybe a tiny bit more this time, but it's really not that much. So if you're not comfortable with Coordinated Assault, if you don't like the macros and that playstyle, don't run it, run this instead. Okay, moving on to embellishments, we're going to just get this one out the way. Our highest simming embellishment combo is the Acidic Hailstone Treads with a Toxified Armor Patch. However, before you go craft that, this does cause you to have minus 20% move speed even when mounted. This majorly sucks and doesn't feel good to play with, and can be a detriment to you when you're playing. This can cause you to lose DPS because you're slow, and it sucks in boss fights. It's really, really, really bad for this tier. I would not recommend it one bit. Instead, we're going to look at these other combinations of embellishments that are already a fraction of a percent behind, and I highly recommend to craft instead. There are 3 other embellishments that are good for us, all being incredibly close to each other in terms of damage. Those being a crafted piece with a Shadow Flame patch, the adaptive Draco Fist Arm Guards, and Lariat. Every other necklace has Mastery on, and Mastery is a dead stat for the spec. You do not want Mastery, so Lariat, it's going to be a good choice. It's going to be what most people want to craft the first week or the second week whenever they craft their thing. This is a good first craft. Another good craft and what most players should craft second is a Shadow Flame patch on the crafted boots. It is the tiniest, and I mean the tiniest bit higher than the adaptive arm guards, and crafting on the boots is safe because, well, you don't want to lock yourself out of tier slots by crafting the helm, shoulders, hands, or legs, and if you craft it on the belt or the braces, you're locking yourself out of a potential socket. As when gear drops, they can come with sockets, but when you craft it, it doesn't come with a socket, whereas boots can never come with a socket, so it's just to be safe. But if you end up getting some really good boots early on, and then you can just, craft it on the braces and belt, one of them 2 instead. Doesn't really matter which. Likewise, if you find yourself with a good raid necklace early on, you can skip crafting the Lariat and craft 2 pieces with the Shadow Flame patch instead. The embellishments all depend on your early game gearing, and it should help you decide where your embellishments go depending on what you lack. With weapons, our best weapon by far is this one that drops from Fire Rack. It has really good stats for us and a bonus passive effect that deals decent damage. Our second best weapon is this one that drops from the Dawn of the Infinite Dungeon. It has good stats and also the Time Strike stat, which is a small little bonus passive damage proc. Eye level is still very important though. If you get yourself a weapon with any combination of crit, haste or verse, it'll be decent. Aim for that high eye level, but try and get yourself the first or the second weapon I showed. Okay, Trinkets. Our best trinket, even after it just got nerfed, is this brand trinket dropping from Smolderon in the new raid. It does the most damage, but it also damages you, so be wary when using the trinket, especially if you use the Corrupting Rage file, which also will lower the uptime of this file as well, because you're taking more damage, so use with care. It also can be quite hard to keep that passive buff up in Mythic Plus, as it requires you to stay in combat. If you know you're going to be out of combat quite a lot in the group, if you're in a group that spends a lot of time out of combat for whatever reason between pulls, it may be better to use a different trinket. The Bandolier trinket dropping from the second boss is also a really good single target option. It does really good AoE damage too, so since it is so good in both scenarios, it's definitely a really good choice pairing it up with the brand trinket. Purely in single target, the Serpent Idol trinket, which drops from the Snake boss in the raid, and Midas dropping from a Tal'Dazar are both incredibly strong options. They do fall off, however, especially Midas, as soon as you move above one target, but if you're in a single target boss fight, both solid options. Mirror from Dawn of the Infinite is a really good unused trinket for AoE, and it isn't awful in single target either. This is a good Mythic Plus trinket, and it's also good for some bosses too. There's a group here. These are like mid-tier trinkets, and I'm just going to group them up. I'm not going to go through them all, but these are all decent options if you get one of these. They're pretty good in different scenarios. Some are better than others. For the most part, they're not too far behind. Apart from these ones here, these are the rest. These are the garbage ones. These are the ones you want to avoid the best you can. I mean, one or two have very niche scenarios where they become mediocre, but just ignore them, try and get other trinkets instead. Moving on to stats, with our gear you want to get as much haste and crit as possible, but make sure to sim yourself because you will get to a point, especially if you've been avoiding it, where verse might just win out. I know you probably want a guide video to tell you which stats to aim for, but with stats it is impossible to tell you. Whatever stats your character currently has, determine what stats you need more of. Really, just you need to sim yourself in the trigger guide. I can't tell you, I can't see your character, I can't see what stats you have. Apologies, but you're gonna have to buckle up and sim. Otherwise, haste crit, pretty good verse, get a little bit of verse too. I can safely say avoid mastery like it's the plague. Mastery is bad. Having 0 mastery is optimal. Anymore, it's too much mastery, especially with the tier set. Just get it out, just stay away, don't get any of it. Aiming to get your 4-piece is the first big gearing goal. The tier helmet does have a lot of mastery on it, so in an ideal world you'd want to have tier on every piece, but the helmet, you don't want the helmet. It's got a mastery on. I just said mastery's bad, just stay away. Helmet, mastery, no. You want one with crit and haste on, crit verse, any other helmet, mastery bad. Every hunter comes equipped with a pet of their choosing. I want to keep this short. All pets do the exact same damage. There's no pet that's better than the other. There are, however, 3 pet families. You want a pet that's in the Ferocity family. This gives you Bloodlust and 10% passive leech, and it's the best option, so you go with it. Okay, on to Enchants. With your weapon, if you have lowish gear, Sophic Devotion will win out, but once you get better gear, unless you are mass stacking haste, I think it's Writ, I don't know how you say that word, but wafting Writ is going to win out. This is very much one of those sim scenarios, but if you want to play it safe, Sophic Devotion, but like I said, once you get better gear, wafting Writ is probably going to win out in a general case. There's a new helmet enchant. You get it by completing a series of quests in the new raid. I think. I am recording this guide before the new season is out. This is the past right now, but I know right now the season has started and you're watching this in the future. But yeah, right now not a lot has actually been said on how you get this helmet. I think this is how you get it, but if not, have a Google. It'll be out there somewhere. But you want to find it. You want to get it because it's good. It's very powerful. For your chest, put Waking Stats on it. Legs, Fierce Armor Kit is a safe bet. If you like to sim, you may find that the Lambent, I hate these names, I don't know how to say them, Lambent I think. You may find that the Lambent Armor Kit is actually winning out for you, but most likely you'll just want to get the Fierce Armor Kit. It's most likely the best one for you. Rings, put haste on them. With the cloak, braces and boots, this is a preference thing. Either put leech or avoidance on the cloak and braces, completely up to you, and boots I'd recommend putting move speed on them. But once again, these are all preference choices. It doesn't impact your DPS whatsoever, so it's all a personal thing. There is also a belt enchant. It's usually very expensive and the gain is tiny. Make up your mind if you want to spend the gold on it or not. With gems, the most likely primary stat gem you'll want is the one with the haste. You can only equip one of these, so for the rest, it's all going to be a sim thing. Haste gems are the safe option, but crit or burst gems can be better for you. This all depends on your character's current stats. And for that, you'll have to rely on sims. For food, use this one with crit and verse. The agility one will be better if you have low eye level gear, but this crit verse one will be better, especially by the time you have that tier set. Howling Rune is your go-to. Buzzing Rune can be better though, it's a sim thing. Again, most of this stuff, I can't tell you what's the best because it all depends on your gear. That's a common trend. I know I keep repeating myself, but it's true. But generally, Howling Rune will be the better choice, so just go with that one. It's a safe bet. I know I wish I could tell you which ones were always better, but then I wouldn't be telling you. I know a lot of guides say, this is the best, and then you pick it and everything, but only you can sim yourself because I can't see what gear you've got and it heavily relies on what gear you've currently got. So yeah, moving on. Files, kind of similar again with the whole simming thing, but Tepid Versatility File is going to be your best file the majority of the time. Corrupting Rage can be better if you have a high uptime on it, which is when you don't take a lot of damage, but both of these are usually close enough, and the Versatility one gives you more damage reduction too, whereas the Corrupting one makes you take more damage, so clearly, I mean, the first one is better, right? You decide. I'd recommend the Versatility one, but it's all up to you. Rotation time, the most awkward part of this whole thing probably, because rotation is hard to explain. We're going to start with single target, looking at the priority list without cooldowns. So, the most important thing, and your highest priority, is don't let Wildfire Bomb be on 2 charges. You see a number 2 next to this button on your bar, you press it. And there you go, you've learned Survival Hunter, amazing. You throw out bombs, that's basically it, but there's a few more buttons. We've got Kill Shot. This is your next highest priority. You see Kill Shot available, you press it after the bomb charge thing. And then Death Chakram, if you're not on full focus, you press a Death Chakram. Then if you are not on full focus still and a kill command won't overcap you, you press a kill command. And then you Mongoose Bite all day long to spend that focus until kill command comes off cooldown, then you kill command again, and you just go down the list. You start at the top thing. If the thing is available, you do it. If it's not available, you move down the list, and then you move down the list, and then you move down the list. That's how it works. Also, throwing bombs as well, I'm saying you just Mongoose Bite spam. You don't Mongoose Bite spam. You never have the time to Mongoose spam anyway, because kill command, very short cooldown, so you'll find yourself Mongoose Bite, kill command, Mongoose Bite, kill command, Mongoose Bite, kill, that kind of thing. Or Mongoose Bite, kill command, Mongoose Bite, kill command. But you'll be throwing in bombs, you'll be weaving them in at the same time. You can throw bombs even if it's just on 1 charge, practically whenever really. Just make sure to not let it cap on charges, that's the big no-no. If you are running the Flanking Strike talent, just think of it as a better kill command and use it before you use a kill command, use it in its place. It has a longer cooldown though, so you won't actually be able to use it that often, but it also gives you double the focus than a kill command would, so just keep that in mind so you don't overcap that focus. Steel Trap, I feel like there's a lot of people who've used traps in the past and are like, no, not Steel Trap, no, not traps, not DPS traps again, no! You don't have to use it, I already mentioned it. Do not use it if you don't want to use it, especially if you're not going to optimally play it, because this ability, it's not a very high priority. It's actually, let's just take it and we put it right at the bottom, because very low priority. One of the biggest things about traps is they have a travel time. When you throw it, first of all, you can miss a boss with it, which is, I think, why people don't like them. You throw it out, it has a travel time. That means that you can use it before the boss is actually pulled. You throw out the trap and it'll land on the boss. When you pull, it's like a free DPS button before you even pull. It's pretty cool, right? Otherwise, it's very low priority. You actually just use it when you're not in your Mongoose Fury window. I haven't really talked about Mongoose Bite and Mongoose Fury. If you don't want to track Mongoose Bite, don't use Steel Trap. If you find tracking Mongoose Bite, which you should do, the Mongoose Fury window, then yeah, you cast Steel Trap literally just when you're not in the Mongoose Fury window and you have nothing really to press. If I give a scenario, so you've used all your bombs, and then you've exited your Mongoose Fury window, and you're not capped on focus, or you're not very high on focus, you're like mid-focus, say, or low focus, there you go, time to throw out the Steel Trap. That's the time when you throw it out. And then we have Terms of Engagement. It actually goes to the top of the priority list. It is technically not a full GCD, so it's free. It's a free button to press. That's kind of the whole point. To use it, wait till it's off cooldown, and that you can pair it up with a ranged ability like bombs or kill command. You take a step out of melee, throw a bomb, harpoon at the same time, and then you don't lose a single GCD. So it's just free focus. That's why it's pretty good. It's not the best right now, but if you do run it, that is how you use it. Those two though, like most people aren't going to use them anyway. It might be confusing just adding them to the rotation. So what we're going to do is we're going to take them out for now because most people won't be using them. But that's just how you use them. Yeah, okay. Right, let's look at a big cooldown. I'm going to start with Spearhead first. If you are running it, all that really changes is now you're going to press Death Chakram before you enter Spearhead. You ideally want to be on 0 bomb charges before you enter as well, and be at high focus. Inside the window, you'll be favouring pressing Kill Command over Flanking Strike. But just imagine Flanking Strike's not even there during the window. Even if you've taken the talent, it's just you want to be Kill Commanding instead. That's kind of it. You still press bombs while inside the window. You still press Kill Shot while inside the window. Nothing really changes. You know, actually I say that. Okay, while inside the window, a few small little things change. Everything changes. No. You want to Mongoose Bite twice and then Kill Command, and then just kind of keep repeating this until you throw out. So you're going to keep throwing out bombs as well. When you throw out a red bomb, you now do a single Kill Command and then a Mongoose Bite. So it's Mongoose Bite, Kill Command, Mongoose Bite, Kill Command. No red bombs on the target. You do Mongoose Bite, Kill Command, Mongoose Bite, Kill Command. You want to make sure that you're not doing a single Mongoose Bite and then Kill Commanding without the red bomb, because then it might not reset, and you want it to reset to extend the window of Spearhead. Now let's go back to the normal rotation. And now enters Coordinated Assault. If you think I'm going to explain this cooldown to you, you're crazy. I don't care if this is a guide. There's no way I'm explaining this abomination of a cooldown. Last season, Yo explained how the ability worked. It took him 2 goddamn videos, both being about 20 minutes long. I ain't doing that. All you need to know is there's 2 macros. They're in the description, grab them. Add them, never worry about this dumb cooldown again. The only things you really need to know is during the window, Kill Shot is now usable on targets regardless of their health, has a shorter cooldown, and bombs also now generate focus and have a shorter cooldown themselves. Please just use the macro. If you don't, it is pointless using this ability because you're going to mess it up. A robot would mess this up. Literally, it's such a mess of an ability. It's so stupid. So just use the macros. If you don't want to use the macros, if you don't want to worry about them, then don't use this build. Right, so how does our rotation actually now change? Well, during Coordinated Assault, Kill Shot is now the highest priority, right at the very top, even ahead of bombs. And that's it. That's actually that's the whole change. When you play, you will realize things are a bit different just because you get bombs faster, you get all the Kill Shots now in the rotation. It does feel different, but on paper, it's pretty simple. It's just that, well, that's thanks to the macros. Fury of the Eagle. If you have your tier set, let's go back to our original priority list. Right, so if we have the tier set, how do things change? Well, now bombs are at the top again. They're all the way up there. If you have the 4-piece buff active, using both bomb charges is now all the way at the top. That means you see a bomb available, you press it. That's all it means. It's bomb season. Then we'll squeeze Fury of the Eagle right in here, and things about Fury of the Eagle. All the tier set benefits happen when you press it, but you don't actually have to channel it. Crazily, this means when you press Fury of the Eagle, it's better to just cancel the ability and press literally any other button, which is weird, right? But it's what you do. So you see Fury of the Eagle, you press it, and then you press something else straight away to cancel the ability, and then you do this priority list. But if you do see that red bomb is about to come off cooldown, you dump that focus, and then you red bomb, then you spam Kill Command, making sure to still not overcap on focus though. Red bomb causes your Kill Command resets to be guaranteed whilst the red bomb debuffs on your target. So this is just making sure we get lots of resets to reduce Fury of the Eagle's cooldown by a significant amount. That's it. That is the basics of the single target rotation. Don't worry about Mongoose Bite and its effects. It's good to track it, but playing around it isn't something we really worry or care that much about at all this season. I'll show you I think we've got time. I'll show you the opener for the Coordinated Assault and Spearhead build with the tier set using Fury of the Eagle and everything. So if you're running Steel Trap, then before the pull you'll throw a Steel Trap, like a second before the pull you throw that Steel Trap. And now it's combat time, so you'll Harpoon in. If you don't run Harpoon, you don't have to. And then you're going to Wildfire Bomb out the gate, then you're going to Fury of the Eagle, then you're going to throw a bomb, then you're going to throw another bomb, then you're going to throw another bomb. You want to get rid of all those bombs, so then you Coordinated Assault, because Bomb D is going to give you 2 free bombs. Now you use your combat pushing because you're about to go big. Kill Shot, bomb, Mongoose Bite, we're down on focus, Death Chakram, bomb, Mongoose Bite, bomb, Kill Shot, etc, etc. You can't just go down the priority list at this point. It gets very repetitive later on. Later on, you'll be just you'll be doing Mongoose Bite, Kill Command, Mongoose Bite, Kill Command, bomb, Mongoose Bite, Kill Command, Mongoose Bite, Kill Command. It's very repetitive later on, but at the start with the cooldown, it's pretty fun, I guess. Oh, and also make sure that with Bombardier, it gives you 2 bomb charges at the start of the cooldown, but it also gives you 2 at the end. So just before Coordinated Assault is about to end, make sure to dump your Wildfire Bomb charges. I don't know if there's like loads of information. I feel like this information overload, at least to me right now. Whew, my mind is it's getting overwhelmed. rotation for Spearhead, very, very similar. So at the start, Steel Trap again just before pull, then you harpoon in, throw your bomb, Fury of the Eagle, then you're going to bomb, 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 dumping all those bombs again because we're about to go into Spearhead. Death Chakram first, then Spearhead, then Potion, because now we're going big. Mongoose Bite, Kill Command. Mongoose Bite, we've got a bomb, so we're going to throw out the bomb, then a Mongoose Bite, then Kill Command. Remember, double Mongoose Bites only, and then Kill Command. Mongoose Bite, Kill Command. Mongoose Bite, Kill Command. It's very repetitive, but say we've got a red bomb, it'll be red bomb. Mongoose Bite, Kill Command. Mongoose Bite, Kill Command. Mongoose Bite, Kill Command. Red bomb's down. Mongoose Bite, Kill Command. Mongoose Bite, Kill Command. That's so repetitive. But that's the cool. That's how you do it with Spearhead. That's the whole thing. And then when you're out of Spearhead, it's basically the exact same anyway. But you can throw in some flanking strikes and yeah, that's it. That's it. There we go. AoE now. Oh god, I have to do AoE as well. Okay, right. Let me do this too. So again, the priority list, but this time for AoE and without cooldowns. First off, at the very top we have Death Chakram. Even what it doesn't matter what your focus is, you use Death Chakram, whatever. We're just using it for the 10% damage increase that the enemies hit take. Here's a little tip for you in AoE, especially when you're using Coordinated Assault. Focus doesn't matter at all in AoE. Like, it does a little bit, but you generate more focus than you can spend in AoE. Bombs don't cost focus, and all you're doing is throwing bombs. So, yeah. Below Death Chakram, it is, who would have guessed, bombs, but this time with both charges being on cooldown, so you want to throw bombs as much as possible. When a bomb is ready to be thrown, you throw it. No more thoughts, only bombs. Explosive Shot is below this, then Butchery, because that equals more bombs for you. Try to keep Butchery below 3 charges if possible. Then Kill Command if it won't overcap you on focus, then Kill Shot, then Mongoose Bite at the very, very bottom. Right, okay, first I'm actually going to add the tier in first, just because, I mean, Fury of the Eagle, you're going to use, so Fury of the Eagle, really good in AoE. Before you cancel it in single target, it's kind of whatever in single target, but the ability itself is really, really good in AoE. So, you're going to, first of all, you're going to full channel it, not cancel it. Like, I'm just going to really specify that because I feel like it's going to cause some confusion. But Fury of the Eagle, if you're ever using it, it is right below bombs. You use bombs up first. As soon as bombs are used up, then you Fury of the Eagle. Oh, and Flanking Strike as well. If you use this, then it's actually below Kill Command for AoE. Yes, Flanking Strike is technically a better kill command in every sense of the word. Apart from, it doesn't reset Fury of the Eagle's cooldown. Kill Command can, so we would much rather just use Kill Command in AoE, because more Fury of the Eagles in single target's good. In AoE, it's even better. Big cooldowns, Spearhead's out the window in AoE. As soon as you get more than one target, Spearhead sucks. Or it's just really not that great. You never want to use it in dungeons. Never, ever, never, ever, ever worth it. So we're only going to look at Coordinated Assault. It's very similar to single target with the priorities, because Kill Shot, it goes all the way up to the top during Coordinated Assault, and that is it. Also, it's not a priority. Well, it kind of is a priority, but I'm not adding it to the list. The list is already too long, and I don't really want to write more on it. We're just doing a new box here. Press Fury of the Eagle before you enter Coordinated Assault. That's just a thing as well, so you get your tier set buff for Coordinated Assault without having to actually go and... Yeah, just do it. Yeah, I think that's... Oh, wait. Latent and Poison Injection. That's the thing. Okay, so this is like just a passive thing. You don't even have to track it. Don't track it. Just if you are tracking it, then Mongoose Bite targets with high latent poison stacks when you Mongoose Bite. If you don't track it, it doesn't matter. Still take it over Hydra's Bite. People take Hydra's Bite for some reason. I don't think they realize that it's actually worse to take that, even if you have no idea what you're doing with latent poison. Even if you don't play around with latent poison injection at all, it's still better than Hydra's Bite. Hydra's Bite bad. Serpent Sting, even 3 targets, it's kind of bad. You would literally prefer to do anything else. You'd prefer to press any other button. So yeah, anyway, that's it, I think. Okay, I think I've got probably not everything. I've probably missed some things. If I've missed some things, which I probably have, check out 𝐓𝐢𝐦𝐞𝐬𝐭𝐚𝐦𝐩𝐬. If you want to like and subscribe, that's awesome. It just shows me that people are actually finding these videos useful, informative, and people are actually getting stuff from them, which is, I mean, that makes me feel happy. So yeah, have an awesome day. Have an awesome time. And it's Season 3 of Dragonflight, by the way. Kick butt in the raid. Dungeons, crush them, get that high IO. I know you can do it. And yeah, I'll catch you later.